He's ready.
Throwing first play is Lance. This will be caught at Samuel. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. Down to the 41. And CD, you look at this defense. Pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip, and I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it online, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early. And
Murray has it knocked loose, fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. The 30. 10. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Murray a give. This is Connor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Cardinals at 5 and 8, 3 games under 500. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Murray getting this complete to Connor, and he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 19. The end result, 21 yards. This is Connor running right. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So we're able to win that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only...
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Cardinals have got it going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept at jarring it through.
Yeah, it's amazing that more fumbles caused because now If you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
On 2nd and 2, Murray. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. On the counter, it's Connor. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Murray now. To Connor on the check down. He's going to have the first down and more than that. Touchdown! James Conner, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Extra point splits the offense. The lead is now 10-7. The Cardinals setting out to kick this one away, and off we go. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Lance. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. And remember, these two teams met earlier in the year in Santa Clara with the Niners coming out on top. So a win here in Arizona would give them the season sweep. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with it. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. From the gun on third down, Lance. Pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And his kick is indeed good. Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They fake the handoff. Now Murray rolling to his left. Able to get this one to McBride. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Well, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely, no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. On the move past the 40. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 66 yards. And the Niners are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 17-10 score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Murray. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Zach Ertz, the man in motion. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. In motion comes the tight end left. Now Murray. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there at 22. I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass trait in pregame work. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
But it certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. There to make the tackle, Samson Abuka. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Murray. Zach Ertz has it complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 20-yard line. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Screen pass to Connor. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
2nd and 7. Murray going to throw. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Point after right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Adderley, he's going to hold on to this one. A touchback, and the drive will begin at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. And the slot man goes in motion left. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Lance going to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Lance looks to throw again. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half, a 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Lance looking to throw it. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And this will be a return from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive lineman creating space for their runners. I know the coach told me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And some room to roam now. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Here's Murray. Throw left side, hauled in by McBride. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. 4th and inches in plus territory, that seemed like a prime spot to go for.
It certainly did, and there's so many things that go into it. Are you too far away for a field goal, but not far away to punt it? Do you just feel like your offense is better? I just think in today's NFL, offense feels like it has to take care of the football.
Now Brown, he lost the football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Samson Abukum. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run. And they'll be left with a 3rd and 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. In motion right is Hopkins. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And his kick is good. And that's going to tie things at 20. So they come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Okay, ready?
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Lance to throw it. Man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz. He's at the 30. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Okay.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Lance. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know, they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. To throw, it's Lance. Flush to his right. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Now Lance. This is caught. Touchdown 49ers. Debo Samuel, a 16-yard touchdown. And the 49ers have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Going right back to DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Murray's throw here complete into the hands of Ertz. 11 more on that one, and another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing on first down is Murray. This is caught. It's Brown. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cards are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And there you go. A tie game here in the 4th. Hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. On the return, it's Adderley from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
Now, that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Lance. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cards are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Midge used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On play action, it's Murray. His throw incomplete.
He's had a very nice day throwing the football, and I think on this play, he's just trying to buy some time so he can make another big throw downfield. Unfortunately, couldn't connect on that one.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Zach Ertz, the man in motion. To throw is Murray. Finding Ertz here on the out route. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They're going for it. It's Murray. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. To throw is Murray. Throw left side complete. That's Hopkins. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 17-yard line. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
But he picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeout.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
One back. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
I think we just saw an example of a game situation that I know is discussed, practiced to the nth degree, go right out the window, and a chance to win the game as well.
Yeah, protect the football. On the other side, you're taught to get in there and rake it out. They did just that.
I mean, they go over this starting in OTAs and mini camps. You go through these situations, and that's the way a lot of teams like to end practice. Finish it off with this type of a drive, kick the game-winning field goal. Everyone feels good and heads to the locker room. In this case, though, they're not going to feel so great about it.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw taken in by Samuel. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Here's 2nd and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their 2nd-year kicker. They'll spot it at the 40. It's a 50-yard kick for the win. And he got it. He splits the uprights from 50 yards out. And Union Street will be hopping tonight. The 49ers have won it. Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it